Evening. What we can do is, before we talk about anything, we can learn a way of breathing, right? And this is called as three-step rhythmic breathing. And it has many benefits. So, when we are breathing in rhythm and our thinking automatically comes into rhythm and the thoughts calm down and we achieve a very positive meditative state. So, just by practicing this breathing and over a period of time, it improves the health of the body and it awakens our a higher form of intelligence. And so it has many benefits. So we are going to learn this breathing first, how to do this breathing. Now it is not a pranayam because a pranayam you can do for a certain period of time, right? Whilst this breathing is done all 24 hours. We replace our normal breathing with this breathing. And so it is called as three-step rhythmic breathing. I know this is a question answer session, so then we'll first learn the breathing and then we can talk to each other, whichever way you would like to talk. So, the first thing in learning this breathing is that we have to learn with the breathe with the chest and stomach both. So, we put our little finger in the navel like this in the belly button and take a few deep breaths. And when you breathe deeply, uh, try to breathe with the stomach and chest both. Most of us are breathing with the stomach. Very few people breathe with the chest. So we want to lift both. So we'll lift the chest first and let the stomach follow. So it'll go. Relax the shoulders. Don't lift the shoulders. Right? Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right? So again we go here. In, out, both together. Now, for a few days, practice this in front of the mirror when you're at home. Just see that both are going up together, right? Now, to do this, we practiced deep breathing. So we went deep breathing, but we can't do deep breathing all 24 hours, right? So we come back to our normal breath. So again, put your hands here. Breathe with the normal volume. Don't do deep breathing, normal volume, but chest and stomach together. Now, initially, when you were breathing, only the stomach was moving. Now, both are moving. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay. Now, I'll just replay the music. Now, we have to do this with the music. So, just listen to the music first. Oh, this is recording. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So if you see this music, it is going tongue, 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 tongue. One, one, two, three, five, six. We don't count four. Huh? We'll go into that later. So you breathe in 1, 2, 3, you breathe out 5, 6. Huh? Just see that the chest and stomach are moving together. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah. I'll need it later. Okay. Now, how are we going to practice this? So, 1 or 2 days, just 3 days in front of the mirror, just see that your chest and stomach are moving together. Then practice it when you go to sleep at night. So, when you go to sleep at night, put on the music, right? Breathe with the music, 5, 6, go to sleep and continue breathing with the music, right? After some time, you will go to sleep, but your breathing will continue with the music for some time. Can you get it? And that period will start increasing every day, right? So every night you put on the music, go to sleep, breathe with the music as you're going to sleep, right? And once you fall asleep, for some time the music will continue, because the music will continue throughout the night, right? And you'll be breathing with the music. Again in the night, if your eyes open and you be awake, the music is on, start breathing with the music, go back to sleep again, right? And breathe with the music. So over a period of time, you're changing your mechanical habit of breathing, right, to a pattern of breathing in rhythm, breathing in rhythm. Now, our present breathing is connected with our thinking, with our feeling. So if I'm angry, I have a certain breath, right? And if I'm cunning, I have a different kind of breath. So every emotional state, every thought has a different breath, right? Now, if I'm breathing in rhythm, I cannot get angry. There's no way to get angry. How can you get angry if you're breathing in rhythm, right? So, over a period of time, please play this every night and continue breathing with this. You will make a new habit of breathing in rhythm. After 1 or 2 months, as you have, don't stop doing it at night, add different periods in the day, right? You may be watching TV, right? Play the music, breathe with the music and watch TV, right? You may be cooking, put the music on, breathe with the music and cook. Whatever activity you have to do in life, you have to breathe. You can't say I do my activity without breathing, right? So why not breathe in rhythm? Why not breathe in rhythm? So as you do this, breathing in rhythm, over a period of time, you will be breathing in rhythm for a couple of hours a day. And when that step starts happening, this monkey, which chatters all 24 hours, right, will slowly calm down, right? And when the monkey calms down, the mind pauses. There's so much of transformation in the mind. There's transformation in our health and in everything. So this is the first practice I want to give you, this rhythmic breathing. It's very, very easy, right? I'm going to talk a little open over here, so don't take it very seriously, right? Uh, One of the things I teach people is how to prepare for death and what to do at the time of death, right? And one of the things, right, death is a finality which will come to everyone, right? And we want to die in a higher state. We want to die in a higher state. So, at the moment of death, if we are breathing in rhythm, the mind is calm, all attachments will fall apart, right? And you will go on your new journey, you will go in a completely different way with no attachment over here and into a new dimension of time and space. So that is why it's very important to breathe in rhythm. We'll practice for another 1 or 2 minutes, few minutes more, right? So we'll practice with the music. 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Continuous in, continuous out. Okay. Now don't put your hands on the chest, put the hands on the knees and keep breathing with the music. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay. Right. Any questions anyone has on this? Yeah, please. You'll have to give the mic. Please sit down, please sit down.
Do we have to have the music all the time when we are breathing like that? Or you can just get into the rhythm and just start breathing?
I would prefer you have the music. But when I met my guru in 1988, there was no music. Right? So the first thing I did, you have a clock and you have that inner mechanism of the clock. I went and bought that inner mechanism of the clock. And that goes, it is 3 seconds in and 2 seconds out. So it goes tuck, 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 tuck. So you can keep that also. But later on he made this music and he went through a lot of effort in making this music. So this music helps us to reach what is called in the mind the alpha state, right? So when the thoughts calm down, usually we have what you call 120 thoughts per second, right? We don't even know about them, right? So when the thoughts calm down to around 60 per second, the mind comes into a meditative state, half this thing. So this music helps to bring the mind in a meditative state, right? And then as you go deeper, even you will go lower than 60 per second, you will come down to 30 per second. And 15 per second is samadhi, right? So just by practicing breathing with this music, you will achieve the higher states of yoga, right? Which otherwise you have to make so much effort to achieve, right? So please use the music, but you don't have to use the music. You can use the mechanism of a clock. And if you don't have anything, you can do it in the mind also, right? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, right? You can do it in the mind.
You see, the one thing I noticed in that, que તમે 1, 2, 3 કહો છો ને ત્યારે it becomes a little longer.
Right.
4, 5 કહો છો ત્યારે I can talk louder. Can you hear? Oh. So તમે 1, 2, 3 બોલો છો ત્યારે at that time you're like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's 5, 6. We
I
don't
mean,
control.
I'm sorry, 5, 6. But then by the time while we're doing, immediately one comes back up again. So there is a little hold in between. How do you figure out, because this is long, this is short, and then you got back up again. And that question I always have when I'm doing my exercise,
Right.
3 SIBs.
Oh, you've been practicing this?
Oh, I've been doing for last same thing with that Jay Kalantil.
Yeah.
He is my guru for last 5 years.
Okay. So,
Teacher, yoga
right,
teacher.
right, right.
Every day, so.
Okay.
So he does this thing, and then what he does is a different thing. The first thing he does the this side. Then when he finishes, then he goes to the chest. The different variation he does. He
Right.
doesn't do like what you're just saying, both together.
Yeah,
He
it should be
goes-
both together.
Right. Now
Yeah.
that he has it, we put our finger down at the navel, and we do the 20 times or whatever that.
He learned from me. Okay, so it's okay.
And then he goes up here and then
No,
goes
both
upper
together.
side of them.
No,
Okay,
both
I
together.
will-
What you're talking about is the 6 exercises.
One up, two.
Yeah, though that is different. That is,
Yeah.
I have not taught that.
Right,
I
right.
am teaching you how to breathe all 24 hours,
Correct.
not the exercises.
Right, because
you're
his was an
what Jay
actual-
is talking about is this exercise,
Right,
that.
but yeah.
Yeah. No,
different
I'm
way.
not taught that.
Okay,
I've not
so
taught
I
that.
just want to,
Yeah, right.
thanks.
You have a question or?
So can I think he answered my question?
Right.
Yeah, so question I have is, when you're breathing in, you are actually taking your stomach in.
You're holding it because we are habituated to take the stomach out. So when you lift the chest, the stomach will go in a little out, but both will go up and down together. Both should go.
Okay.
Right?
Because what I was told that when you're breathing in, the stomach should go out.
That is what they call
But
belly.
I'm not able to do it.
Right. No, do this. Do this. Right? Right. Any other questions, anyone else? Right? Okay. Now, what else do we want to talk about?
I think just one more thing. So the music is available in the app, right? Which is free.
Yeah,
to
there is an
download.
app called 3SRB. You can download the app and the music is there, right? The music for the exercise is also there. Would you like to learn the exercises? Right? Huh? Would you like to learn the? Yeah.
App name is
3SRB.
3SRB.
B.
3-step rhythmic breathing.
Step rhythmic breathing, so 3SRB.
In your app, the videos are available, how to maybe practice?
There is a one video available in YouTube.
In YouTube, there are lots of videos. Lots of videos.
Because sometimes maybe people forget here what you
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
so they might be do wrong.
No,
What we can do is this video which she's taking just now, we can send you all the link to that video there.
That sounds really good.
Okay, we are going to do 6 simple exercises. And these 6 exercises are done in 6 minutes every day. 6 minutes every day. Very simple, right? The first exercise is just deep chest breathing. So you can put your hand here. And breathe into your chest, pushing the chest out with the breath. Okay. Now we'll do it in the same rhythm, but the speed will be fast now. So when we did normal breathing, we were breathing at 12 cycles a minute. Now we will breathe at 36 cycles a minute. Do you have 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
No. It's in the app, I think.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
So this is the same rhythm, but the speed has gone faster. So 1, 2, 3, breathe in. Can you hold this, please? So we'll do it together now. Hands here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, don't do too much. It's the first day. Don't do too much. Can you stop? Yeah. Right? Now, each exercise has to be done for 1 minute. If you feel giddy in 1 minute, don't do 1 minute, do half a minute. Right? Half a minute is 18 breaths. 1 minute is 36 breaths. 36 breaths. Right? So we want to reach 1 minute of each exercise every day, 6 minutes of exercise. Right? These exercises will give you total health, physical, emotional, mental. Physical, emotional, mental. A person may be physically healthy, but if he keeps on getting irritated, he is emotionally unhealthy. Right? So these exercises are not just for physical health, they will give physical, emotional, mental. This first one, this area, we get a lot of diseases of this area, from heart problems to lung problems. Yeah, but the emotional knot over here is of impatience. So as we do this exercise, we dissolve the knot of impatience, right? Second exercise, we'll put our hands,
Oh, you need that.
we'll put our hands in line with the navel. Right? And we'll breathe into the stomach. First we push the breath into the chest. Now we push the breath into the stomach. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, stomach out. 5, 6, pull in the stomach, breathe out. 5, 6. Okay? Now with the music. Okay, we won't do too much. This is the knot of fear over here. Knot of fear. And which is the biggest outcome of fear, most negative outcome of fear? What is the most negative outcome of fear? What is the most negative outcome of fear? Worrying. Worrying. Right? So you keep a photo of God in your house. Right? So then how can you worry? Either you are surrendered to God or you worry. If you worry, then you're not surrendered. Right? But as long as the knot of fear is here, you will keep on worrying. Right? So as you do this exercise, 1 minute is how many times? 36 times. But start with half a minute, 18 times. Slowly the knot of fear will go away. Right? We learn to live in the present moment. Learn to live in the present moment. Third exercise. Can you show the third exercise?
So when you say 6 minutes, throughout the day, total 6 minutes, or 6 minutes in a one time?
One time.
Okay.
1 minute this, 1 minute this.
And then continue
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
So when you do the breathing, you're not cutting it like 5, 6, you're doing 5, 6. It's a continuous.
Continue.
breathing.
Continue.
It's not a break.
No break. No break. Now you may not be able to catch your toes, so
Yeah.
just catch from wherever you can,
Correct.
right? Right? Or you can stand up and catch your knees. Wherever you can stand up and catch your knees, right? And we'll breathe with the music, stomach and chest both together. Now with the music. Breathe in full. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 out. Forcefully out. Forcefully out. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 5, 6. Okay, okay. Right.
What is the pause time between each exercise?
The what?
Pause time between each.
Preferably no pause.
That's right.
6 minutes together. Or if you're doing a half minute, 3 minutes together. Right? But if you feel a little dizzy, pause. So take half a minute pause and then start the other exercise. Right?
Does that mean, I know that this exercise also gives you your internal organ
Right.
exercise also.
Right. Right. So this second exercise which we first showed them, right? Right, it massages all the digestive organs. And this one, it massages the backbone. Massages the backbone. Yoga calls the backbone as Sushumna. So when we do this exercise, we are pumping prana up and down the backbone, and all this area gets massaged in this, right? And when we do this exercise, we overcome getting upset in life. We overcome losing our balance in life. We remain balanced all the time, right? So these 3 exercises we do with the music. Now the next 3, there's no music, right? But very important. Now, the 4th exercise, 1 deep breath in 5 installments. 5, right? Now breathe out from the mouth forcefully, as if you're blowing a candle. Right? It's your birthday, everybody's birthday today, right? So you blow out the candles, right? Okay. Okay. Huh? We didn't do half a minute also. We have not done more half a minute. Slowly reach 1 minute. Very slowly. Okay. This exercise is for memory. For memory. Right? We have 2 kinds of memory. Shallow memory and deep memory. So I meet him today. What is your name, sir?
Chitu Mehta.
Chintu Mehta. So I say, and I meet him tomorrow, I say, this is Chintu Bhai, that is shallow memory. That is shallow memory. Yeah. But 20 years ago, he insulted me, gave me a bad word, and I remember it today. Which memory is that? Deep memory. Deep memory.
How did you get that name Antarctica? I mean, no, that's a serious. We just went to the early of the beginning of the year. We were there. Curiosity.
Right? So, and all of us are holding on to so many knots. So many knots. Right? Against him and her and this and that. Right? And we want to give up all the knots. One of the exercises which my guru used to make me do was sit down for 1 hour, and he says, this is the last hour of your life. What will you do in that last hour? And I said, the first thing I'll do is dissolve all my knots. I have no problem with anyone in life. Right? I don't want to carry my problems with me. I don't want to carry my problems with me. Huh? Yes. Cancelled. Cancelled. Right? So we go. And when we blow out like this, the memory pool of the brain, he insulted me 20 years ago, it goes like this, and I throw it out. I throw it out, free.
When do you stop? Like, is there anything that you get it like dizziness or
Stop.
out of breath?
Yeah, then you
sometimes?
stop and then start after a few seconds or half a minute or so.
So you break the rhythm,
Yeah,
and then you
And
start all
reach-
over again?
In over 6 months, reach a state where you're doing 6 minutes continuously. 6 minutes. I'm not saying do it from tomorrow, right? But start with half a minute and over 6 months learn to do 6 minutes continuously. Right?
So we get the recording because we won't remember all those things.
We'll send it.
She'll send you the link for the recording.
Oh, good, thank you.
Yeah, and the music is available on the app. On the app. Right?
On the stomach exercise, what is the difference between what you're doing and the Kapalbhati? Like, what's the difference?
There's a difference. In Kapalbhati, you are breathing out. You are not breathing in. You're not breathing in. Right? In the whole of nature, expansion is always bigger than contraction. If you go in the sea, the waves rise in 3 and they fall in 2. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Right? So we are aligning with nature. Right? All these pranayams were made for a different purpose. So first we want to just bring ourselves to be very natural people, very, what do you call, right? So you can do Kapalbhati, but this is different from Kapalbhati, very different from Kapalbhati. Right? Kapal means the forehead. And Bha means to shine. To shine. The one whose forehead is shining. Ah.
No, you have a shining on the top.
You know, they say that the person whose hair goes from here, he's sexy. And the person whose hair goes from here is intelligent. But you're intelligent and sexy both.
You're both.
Right?
That's why my name is G2. That's because of the victory.
Right.
Always victory. Oh boy.
Now, this exercise, it cleans our memory completely. Right? And we sing a bhajan, "Jyon ki tyon dhari dini chadariya." Kabir told God that my chadar is clean when I go back. Similarly, doing this exercise, you will clean your own psychic, what do you call, bed sheet. Right? Okay. Now, fifth exercise. In the fifth exercise, we will breathe in for 5 seconds, hold the breath in the lungs for 5 seconds, breathe out, emptying the lungs in 5 seconds, and hold the breath out. We will not breathe for 5 seconds. 20 seconds, 1 round. 3 rounds make 1 minute. So you breathe in, all together, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold empty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold empty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? We did 2 rounds at home, do 3 rounds. This everybody can do 1 minute very easily. So you don't have to reduce it this. Now, when we hold the breath in the lungs for 5 seconds, right, the arterial blood takes in oxygen, but it takes in, after 3 seconds, it takes in for the balance 2 seconds a little bit of carbon dioxide. So the level of carbon dioxide goes up in our arterial blood, in the blood system in the body, right? And that gives us a kind of immunity. Coughs, colds, fevers, right? Gives us a kind of immunity. The second thing is that little carbon dioxide, when it goes to the brain, the monkey calms down. Otherwise, the monkey is chattering all 24 hours, right? So the monkey calms down. So very good exercise, right? And most important, when somebody insults us or gets angry on us, we pause. Breathe in, pause. Don't give it back. Breathe in, pause. Breathe out, pause. We don't react in life, right? And when we don't react in life, many things change for us, right? Last exercise. In this exercise, we take a deep breath, block the nose. Let me show it to you once. And I'll push the chin into the hollow of the neck. No space over here. And like I'm drinking water, paper napkin. I'll swallow. Just 1 minute, please. Sorry. So we'll take a deep breath. I'll show you first. Block the nose. I'll push this down, no space here. And I'll swallow my own saliva. How many times I'll swallow? 5 times. Lift the wrist, breathe out. Okay? All together, yeah.
Missed it. Repeat it again. Repeat it again. Can you repeat it again?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Breathe in, block the nose, push the chin down, swallow, lift, breathe out.
So here's the question on that one. I try all the time, but somehow I might prepare myself to drink of water first, a little bit quickly, so I can get a little swallow. And then I do the regular what you say.
Yeah. So if you can't swallow your saliva, what he's saying is you can take a little bit of water like this.
And then you can.
Swallow that water. Right? Okay, all of us together. Come on. Take a deep breath. Block the nose. Push the chin down into the hollow of the neck. Swallow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look up, release. Again, take a deep breath. Block the nose. Push the chin down. Swallow your saliva. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look up, release. Right? One more round. Right? Take a deep breath. Block the nose. Push the chin down into the hollow of the neck. Swallow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look up, release.
I can only swallow one time.
Doesn't matter. You'll increase next month, next 2 times, then 3 times. You'll go up. See, your face has changed in swallowing so much. Yeah, everybody's shining. Can you see? Right? Become young again.
No,
You might want to drink a little bit of water, like earlier you say that. Drink a little cycloracin, then you breathe, keeping water down there.
Keep the water in the mouth.
so after you swallow, you get your nose closed, you wait till you come up and then release
Breathe
it.
out. Then you breathe out. Then you breathe out. Right?
But how can you use water?
Just पानी
No, you put it in your mouth. Hold the water in your mouth.
A little bit.
That because
So you can get more saliva out of that water, so you can be able to do a 5 times easily.
See, the more we have saliva, the more we enjoy life.
Right.
Right? So it's a direct relation to enjoying life. Yes, sir.
What's your opinion on 4-7-8 breathing technique?
The 4, 7, 8.
8.
You can do it. There's no harm in doing it.
Oh.
But do these 6 exercises
Yeah.
first. Do these first. Right? I teach a different form of breathing,
Yeah.
like 1-4-2, which is more, which is from an ancient pranayam. Right? But first do this. This is very important. Right?
Same thing, do this first and then do pranayama.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, you can do later. First do this. Right? Right. This is the area of pain. Right? He insulted me 20 years ago. I'm still holding a knot of pain over here. And when the knot of pain becomes big, I get, what do you call it? Blood pressure. Right? Huh? So I have to dissolve the knot of pain. So I do this exercise every day. And all of us from our young days, we've gathered so much of pain. So much of pain. Right? We don't want to carry it forward. Huh? Dissolve it over here. These 6 exercises in 6 minutes every day. And the breathing. The breathing is not an exercise. The breathing is how to breathe all 24 hours. Right? Okay, any questions now? If you have?
I have this question, it might be the music. Is there a different kind of music?
No.
No?
Just these 2 musics. One for the exercises and one for the, what do you call, normal breathing.
There's nothing else I can use besides that?
No. This is based on a very old Shastra which is lost. It is called the Swar Nadi Shastra. Swar means breath, Nadi means pulse. So in 5 seconds we have 6 pulse beats. That is why we count 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay? It comes from that Shastra. These. So in that there was this technique of breathing all 24 hours. That is a lost Shastra. I got it from my Guru. Right?
So what happened to the 4?
Pardon?
1, 2, 3, 5, 6. What
Yes.
happened to 4?
So when you breathe in, right, the breath goes through the nose into the lungs, right? But yoga says that when you breathe in, you don't just breathe air, you also breathe prana. You also breathe prana. So when you're breathing in, what is going in? Air plus prana. So air goes into the lungs. But where does the prana go? It goes in a nadi over here, which is called as Pingla and Ida. Right? So it goes in that nadi, it wraps around the backbone like this and goes down to the perineum and it empties the prana over there. Can you see? So 2 things are happening at the same time. I'm breathing in air and I'm breathing in prana, but both go in different directions. You understand? Now that prana then goes into the pranic body. Right? So the old prana comes out and the new prana goes in. And that exchange happens at 4. So we don't count 4. Right? All the pranayams are connected with that exchange which is happening. But when we do the pranayams, we are only doing breathing exercise. We don't know anything about what is happening to the prana. Right?
So I'm looking at the app.
Yeah.
There are so many audio files.
Yeah.
So which
we
one?
need only 2. Can you know
The
which
one with the
you can tell
normal
me.
3 SRB for
Normal
20
3
minutes.
SRB for the rhythmic breathing,
That's right.
right?
And then refining exercise. for
Refining
1 minute.
exercise, these 3
Okay.
exercises.
Thank you.
The others are all advanced exercises. So, that's right. Yep.
Actually, is that iPad?
Yes.
So maybe you can just airdrop.
Airdrop, yeah.
Yeah.
That
What
would
is
be
that?
faster.
I don't know.
Airdrop. Well, that wireless just.
the contact must be an airdrop mode.
Yeah,
No,
we-
no, you can have. You can have. No, I thought, yeah, funny that.
Yeah, but everybody doesn't have an iPhone.
એક પાસે આવી જાય તો બધાને લાગે છે.
No, we will see that it reaches everyone.
Yeah.
We will see that it reaches everyone. We'll take all your numbers and we'll send you the file on WhatsApp.
Because otherwise we forget.
That's why I give you an exercise not to forget.
I remember at least 3, 4. Yeah, I think we should do together.
We hold on to that which we should forget. And we forget that which we should not forget. Huh?
You're right, absolutely. That's the one.
Okay. Anything else we would like to talk about? Anything else?
So a person who is unable to forget all the knots, somebody somebody who's unable to forget all the past angers and insults or whatever, doing these six exercises might help them.
Very much. Very much.
Okay.
You see,
No, we just talked about my brother yesterday, my older brother. He's having a lot of problems of all kinds. So once I get that video, I'm gonna send it to her.
right. See, at the moment of death, right? There is no family, there is nothing. Everything is cut off. But all the knots which I am holding, the God of death will say, take them with you. Right? You can't leave them over here. Right? So before he says, take them with you, we leave them over here, dissolve them over here. So then when we go, we are totally free of everything. Totally. And we go on a new journey at that time. Right?
I guess the objective is to do that.
Yes.
Doesn't mean that we all can be successful.
Well, if you're even, supposing you're successful 50%,
Yeah, that is better than
it's a big thing. It's a big thing. The
trying
whole,
to achieve.
I mean, you improve the whole quality of everything, right? And don't say 50%. We want to do 100%.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Show me the breathing exercise you are doing to keep your hair. Most of us are bald.
We need the hair.
Now you have full set of hair.
It's too late.
I like it.
But I'll just give you what I did. What I did 30 years ago, I'll tell you what I did. 30 years ago, I found that my hair was falling a lot and I started having bald patches here. So for 1 month, I told the barber to come every day and shave my head at home. And he would come every day and then I would apply a thick paste of freshly ground black pepper. So it would burn inside and all the pores would start getting activated again. And I did that for 1 month. And after that, for 30 years, I've not had a hair problem, right? But
I wish I knew 30 years, 40 years ago.
but you can advise somebody else who's losing hair.
Starting to lose.
Yeah, you can advise someone. But you have to grind it fresh. And don't grind it in a mixer because the heat of the mixer destroys everything inside. So don't grind it in a mixer. No. And make a paste with water, thick paste, and apply it to the head.
So Jarabe, આપણે હુંડો કરીશું સર. Start tomorrow.
Every day?
Too late for you.
Every day.
Too late.
How long do you keep that pace?
Huh? Pardon?
How long do you keep that pace?
You can keep it for an hour at least.
And is it in the morning or before you sleep or?
No, you can do it any time, but then you can wash it after 1 hour.
I see.
You can wash it after 1 hour. So you have to see when you have free time.
You cut the hair every day. And you can do every day for 30 days.
30 days, yeah.
But 30 years ago, not now.
I know.
We're gonna be living up to 100 plus anyhow, so why not start today?
You can still try. You can still try it. Maybe you can go for a marriage interview or something. Yeah.
Yes, that's a good point. Good point. Why not? We are healthy at the age of 90.
So I think we are veering a bit away from the main topics. I think it would be very helpful if you let us know sadhana sharuat kyathi thai. How do we start our practices? We all know the physical practices, but what about the spiritual practices? You know, what are the steps to start your journey towards spirituality?
So the first thing is not to react, to pause the reactions. right? So he says something to me and I react, then I throw it all out on him. And when I throw it all out on him, that pattern, that sanskar becomes stronger, right? So in the end, what we carry at the moment of death is sanskar. So we must learn to pause our reactions. That is the most important. I want to today give you all something different. Give you all something different. See, we live in two lines of time. A horizontal line of time from birth to death, and we also live in a vertical line of time, which is the line of consciousness, to rise into higher states of consciousness. Whenever we do anything for reward or punishment, we are always in the horizontal line of time. Horizontal line of time. Right? Supposing you go for a walk, but you are going for your good health. It is in which line of time? Horizontal line of time. Right? But when you do something which you enjoy doing and there is no past and future, right? You're just doing it for the sake of enjoyment. There is no reward. There is no reward. Then it goes into a higher dimension of time, right? And because we are old, all of us are quite old over here, every day take out 10 to 20 minutes where you are doing something only for the enjoyment of doing it, right? Not for any purpose, not for any gain, not because somebody is going to get angry if I don't do it, right? And that is what you do for those 10-20 minutes, you will carry forward. You will carry forward, right? So you must have ras, the what do you call, the enjoyment of doing it. The enjoyment of doing it, right? Not for any purpose. Even if you're playing a game, no desire to win the game. Then it's gone into horizontal time. Just the enjoyment of the game. Enjoyment of the game, right? So try to find time every day, 15 to 20 minutes. Do this breathing, practice the breathing, and do something which you just enjoy doing it for enjoyment, right? And death cannot take that away. That goes with us. That goes with us, right? So that is something, right? Anything else? I don't know.
Is there any time limit? I mean, not the time limit, but is there any time when you should do like a morning, afternoon?
Anytime.
Or any time is
Anytime.
okay?
Anytime in the day. That is, the exercise is on an empty stomach. The exercise is on, best time is in the morning. Just do them and then start your day. Exercise is on an empty stomach. Right.
So I have a question. You briefly mentioned that, if you surrender to God, then why worry? So then, so if you completely surrender to God, then really why worry about anything, past, present, future, exercises, no
So
exercises?
surrender is something active. It is not something lazy.
Okay, what do you mean by surrender then maybe is a better question.
Surrender is that you have trust in a higher intelligence, right? And you know that higher intelligence is more intelligent than what we are, right? That does not mean we don't awaken our own intelligence. We awaken our own intelligence, right? But I don't bring in negative attitudes such as worrying, right? If I'm worrying, then I don't trust in something higher. Can you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So, so many people do puja and all every day, but then worrying and puja cannot go together. Can you understand?
Yeah.
Right? So, and worrying is a very negative state, very, very negative state. Yeah. Anything else? Anything else? Okay. One more thing we'll do. Cotton. Nostril blocking.
You know, the age, my age like this, and I'm sure that many other people same problem, that we forget a lot nowadays. What was her name was? Whatever the result. A minute ago we met, going out, and you forget the person's name. Is there any to bring back the memory? Is there any exercise or anything that can be done during this yoga time period?
No, that is why I gave you the fourth exercise.
Okay, those are the, okay,
that is the
that's what I
fourth.
want to know. If
Yeah,
that,
fourth exercise. Okay.
thank you.
Now, this is an artificial thing. Take cotton like this. See that it is flat. Roll it. Don't twist it. Roll it. And put it in your right nostril. Like this. Check the breathing has stopped. Right? And breathe with your left nostril. Every day in the afternoon from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, take it out, right? If it gets wet, then the cotton will shrink. Take it out and put a new cotton, right? Every day from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock.
It's only in a right nostril.
Only right, no other nostril, right?
What's the purpose?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
You keep it there continuously for those 3 hours.
3 hours. But if it gets wet, it will shrink. Then you have to change it. Hmm? You can't do the gold. You can't do the It's difficult. Why? Somebody has said on the net. For them it is difficult. That's why I gave only the 6 exercises.
So what does this, how it help?
Yeah. So very good exercise. It's an artificial way of doing it. In 6 months your anger will go away. The excess heat in the body will go away. Your sympathetic nervous system will calm down. The parasympathetic, which is not working, will start working, right? And there'll be a difference in blood pressure, right? There'll be a difference in so many other diseases. And for young girls who are having what you call period problems, if they do this for 1 year, the period problems will go away, right? So it's an excellent exercise, very good exercise. You were saying 50%. So 50% you do this, and the other 50% is your 6 exercises, right? 100%.
Yeah, I want to ask you another question then. Once you're saying at night, doing and putting those things, I have a problem. I don't even do anything. At night time when I get up, I have a problem of breathing. This is blocked completely. This is open all the time. And then in the morning, still the same thing. Then I clean up and all kind of, But it's always happened that this side is stop breathing. What is the doing? I talked to my doctors many times, and she say, well, I'm going to send it to your ENT, and he will do these and that, all MRIs and all kinds of things. But you may not get anything. Better just take it easy and whatever that means. Or use one of the nose spray, and that helps it quite often.
Why have a steam, no? Why do you want to use a nose spray?
I do not like it, but I couldn't figure out what other way I can do that.
Steam is the best,
Okay.
right? And now you get that nasal bottle.
Yes, I have that one too.
That's
Once I
excellent.
drink it,
Ah.
but somehow it didn't, still not helping me. But I haven't done
You're
it
not,
lately.
you're not doing it properly. No, you're not doing it properly, right? It's been invented by an Indian doctor, right? So you're not doing it properly, right?
I'll work on it. again.
Yeah.
During the COVID time, I used to do every day,
Yeah, you
twice
must-
a day.
Keep doing it twice a day.
Okay.
That's one of the best things.
Hmm?
Bottle, it's the best.
Yeah, that.
The pot is difficult, the bottle is very easy. Right? It's very good, the bottle. Yeah.
So when you block your nostril for 3 hours,
Right nostril, sir. Not right.
I mean, yeah.
So right nostril.
What is it that scientifically, what is it that you mentioned those disease or that helps? How, I mean, other time you said oxygen, it goes up to there. How can you explain this so we can understand better?
Okay. The earth breathes in from the sun, right? And for 6 months the earth breathes in, and for 6 months it breathes out, which we call as Uttarayan and Dakshinayan, right? These are the two movements of the breath of the earth. Now, after taking the prana of the sun, the earth takes that prana deep into its core and it rotates in different layers, right? And as it rotates in different layers, it releases that prana in the atmosphere. That is the prana we breathe. We breathe. Can you get it? Now, this releasing is done every 1.5 hours. Every 1.5. So it passes through 8 circles, right from the core, 8 different circles, and then the earth releases it into the atmosphere, right? Now, the prana which is released between 1 and 4, 2 1.5 hour periods, 2 1.5 hour periods, right? Local time. Now, you don't have to be very perfect about the time. You're talking about the Earth's time. So, 10-15 minutes here and there is not, it's not going to make a difference, right? But approximate local time is a very hot prana. And it is responsible for not just physical disease, but it is more responsible for many mental diseases. Can you get what I'm trying to say? So, we block the right nostril, otherwise hot becomes double hot. Can you get it? Right? Hot becomes double hot, and we cool it with left nostril. Right? So, in yoga, the left is called as Chandra Nadi. The right is called as Surya Nadi. So, you don't want to make Surya on top of Surya. Right? So, that is why you do it. And it's very good, very, very good.
When you say prana, what do you exactly mean? Is it we are talking about the air, we are talking about the oxygen, or prana is a substance?
Prana is a form of electricity, right? And when we breathe in air. Science can, in a laboratory, they can, analyze the air. They cannot analyze the prana. It is too subtle for science to analyze. Science has no instruments to measure prana as yet, right? But all shastras which came out of India, right, whether it was the Hindu Shastra or the Jain Shastra or the Buddhist Shastra, right, they all say in the beginning there was the mind of God, and that mind of God divided into 2 parts, right? One part became all structures. So your body is a structure. And all structures need petrol. The food you are eating is petrol. All petrol is prana. So the food you are eating is a gross prana. The air you are breathing is a little subtle prana. And I am looking at you, though that is also prana, but that is a very, very subtle prana. Okay? So prana is of different levels. It provides petrol to all the structures in the universe. If there's a big galaxy also, it is taking prana from some center of the universe. Can you get it? Huh? So prana is not something which can be experimented with in a laboratory, but you can experiment with it in your inner laboratory. In your inner laboratory. Right? So if the prana is hot, then it is going to express itself as anger, irritation, right? And if the prana is cool, it will express itself as patience, pause, satisfaction, right? Waiting. Right?
So prana is life force.
Life force. The food you eat is also life force. It is gross. Gross. So you can live maybe 1 month without food. The air you breathe is also life force, but it is more subtle than the food you eat. So you can't live for 1 month without air. Few minutes you can live without air. Right? બોલો બીજું કંઈ લેવું છે તમારે? Anything?
Okay, maybe I'll ask one. This is something I was discussing with a friend some long time back. So the concept of free will. Do we really have free will, you think? Or is everything predetermined?
See, the body-brain system, let's take it in a different way. Free will is a possession of the soul. Right? But that free will has been kidnapped by the ego. So when a child is born, all the impressions, all the experiences go to the soul. Right? So what is the first thing we do with the child? We give it a name. So the I becomes a name. Right? I'll call him Mr. Chintu. He'll get a feeling of I am Chintu. He's not Chintu. Can you understand? He's not Chintu. Before he was given a name Chintu, what was he? He does not even remember that experience of what he was before a name. Can you understand? And the name we are not going to carry with us. The name is going to remain here. Right? So that is the experience of the soul inside. The name is the experience of the ego inside. Right? So when the ego starts building up at around 5 years, the ego is built. Right? The soul has a different journey and the ego has the ego wants comfort. The ego wants happiness. The ego wants money. The ego wants power. Right? The soul does not want all this. The soul wants freedom. Freedom is something totally different. Right? The soul is encased in sanskar, memory pattern. Right? And he wants to be free of those memory patterns, sanskars. Right? But the whole life, who takes in all the experiences? The ego. Right? And nothing goes to the soul. And without those experiences going to the soul, it cannot be free. It passes through all the experiences of life. So we have to come back. Right? So free will belongs to the soul. It is kidnapped by the ego, and ego uses that free will to run after money, to run after possessions, right? To run after what you call fame, right? And the soul wanted to use that free will to become free. To become free, right? So that is why we call running after money and everything as will power. He has a lot of will power, right? He can do anything in life. But real will is the will of the soul, right? Where I am, as I am totally satisfied. That is the will of the soul. I don't want money. I don't want anything, right? So to live life, you may need money. You may need some things. right? So you live a comfortable life, but then you give the will back to the soul so it can use that will to rise in consciousness for its own freedom, right?
And how do you do that? How do you give the will back to
By
the soul?
practicing 3-step rhythmic breathing. First thing, most important, you must practice the breathing. Must practice the breathing. Then we can talk of how to give it back. We can talk of how to give it back. Can you understand? See, in nature there is no free will anywhere. Only man has free will. Right? If you see a, what do you call, field of sunflowers, right? When the sun rises, all of them have to look at the sun. There is no free will. If your boss calls today, you can say, today I'm not feeling good. I don't want to come to office. Right? But the sunflower can't say, I can't go to office. It will look at the sun. Can you see? Right? So man has free will. No animal, no plant has free will. Only man has free will. And he must make right use of that free will. But if he uses it in the wrong direction, then that's his destiny. His destiny. Right?
Everything what you have taught us today,
Yeah.
is any of that help the diabetes?
Yeah, the second exercise is excellent for diabetes. So when you do this to 3 and you pull in the stomach, you're massaging the pancreas. You're massaging the pancreas. Excellent for diabetes. I'm going to teach you one more exercise for diabetes. Everybody. Okay, we do one more exercise for diabetes. Right? Don't take support of the chair. Huh? Right. Sit up. Sit up. Okay. First in this exercise, we will breathe out completely. Hold it. Breath is out. Right? Now, rotate the stomach forward and back. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. Right? Do it slowly. Start with 5, then 10, reach 50. Right? Very good for diabetes. Very good for diabetes.
So what do you do first? I'm sorry, I sort of lost the trend of how to do this.
Okay, in this you breathe out.
Breathe out.
Let me do it first. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out, hold. So now you're not breathing and you breathe out completely, right? And then roll the stomach.
Can you move your chair? So, because of the table.
Sorry. Yeah. So you breathe out, hold this. Don't do too much. Huh? If anybody has a heart problem, go very slowly, very slowly in this exercise. Start with 5. Then after 1 month, 5 more.
But that's not the same as the Kapal Bhati.
This is not Kapalbhati, you're not breathing. Oh, you're not breathing.
But you're holding it anyhow.
Yeah. It's not Kapalbhati.
Right.
So is there any exercise for thyroid?
This 6th exercise. Your thyroid, yeah, very good exercise for thyroid.
Swallowing.
The 6th exercise. Hypothyroidism.
Arthritis also the same?
For?
Arthritis.
Arthritis, 3rd exercise, where you catch your toes. You're cleaning the backbone. All the acids come out of the backbone. Right? And when they go, they dissolve, they accumulate in the joints. Right? So you want to neutralize the acids. The 3rd exercise.
So this all 6 exercises help you somewhere, somewhat.
All of them. So that is why I said total health. I said total health.
Interesting. Yeah, I did knowledge જેટલું મેં આપ્યું, that's interesting, I'm saying. કારણ કે 5 વર્ષથી હું આ જે કલંતા તે સાથે કામ exercise કરું છું. And I didn't know each of those individual, including all the rest of the main asana, then come to this breathing exercise that I knew anything about. I didn't know anything about how to. I mean, not how to breathe, but what the benefit out of that.
Right.
You may have told us way back in the beginning, but she's up and bullying it. Interesting what you just
You
said.
tell him you met me.
And come back again. Hopefully I'll have this video copy to us and that will help us too. That definitely will help.
બોલો બીજું કંઈ લેવું છે
Prism kehta tha, prism.
પ્રિઝમ એક્સરસાઇઝ યા
So what's your background like? What's
My background. I don't, it's not right to talk too much about self, but now that you asked the question, I'll talk about self.
કેવું બે ચોપડી ભણ્યો છું.
અડી ચોપડી
There we go.
ઢાઈ આખર પ્રેમ કી એટલે અડી ચોપડી જો ભણી લે તો બધું ભણી લીધું.
બધું ભણી ગયા. બસ બાકીનો ભાગ તમારા ગુરુ જોડે તમે જોડ થઈ ગયા.
You know, I was in Rajkumar College, that you know, and then I did my arts from Mumbai, using the white paper. Oh, right. And then I did my arts in Mumbai, right? And I did law also in Bombay. And then instead of joining a law firm, this journey of mine started through different gurus. And I went through many gurus. And then in 1988, I met a Parsi guru who taught me all this and many more things. Right? He taught me. And after he left the body, I've been teaching all this. Right? So I teach totally free. There is no charge or anything. Only charge is you have to do the exercises. Right? Okay, one more exercise.
So just while you're prepping, so have you ever, I mean, it kind of goes back to what I was asking you earlier, like, you know, there's so much information, especially in this time, you know, you go to the internet and type meditation, there's 1,000 things that come up.
Yeah.
And you said you have experience with different gurus, right? So how did you know that this is what will work for you? Or this is this is what you were looking for in your journey, let's say?
Okay, I'll first take this exercise, then
Sure,
I'll answer
sure.
your question. Right? Now this is called the prism exercise. The prism exercise. And it's a very, very powerful exercise, very powerful exercise. And we can do it only once a day. And once a day for 5 minutes, not more than 5 minutes. Right? So in this you take a white piece of paper, there should be no design in the paper, no design. Okay? And this is a 32 millimeter equilateral prism, 32 millimeter equilateral prism. So you put one pointed part towards yourself, right? And you have to look into the prism for 5 minutes. So put a timer, watch timer for 5 minutes, and look into the prism through the middle of the prism as if the prism has no bottom and you're looking as far away as possible. Far away as possible. Right? As you do this every day, 5 minutes, a time will come when your attention, because you're looking far away, looking far away, looking far away, thinking and attention will detach. And for a fraction of a second, there'll be no thought. No thought. Right? The minute that happens, the prism will vanish. The prism is still here. It won't vanish. Yeah, right? But you won't be able to hold it, right? So it'll come back again because you'll think, "Arey, the prism is gone," and it'll come back again, right? Again, you practice. Over 1 or 2 years, right, when it vanishes, the technique is to keep on looking far away, still further, and the prism will stay vanished. Will stay vanished, right? And as the prism stays vanished, the attention will go inside, not outside. And one day it will open the parda of the inner divine. It will open the parda covering God. Gungat ke khol tumhe piya milenge. That this prism, very powerful. So do it every day for 5 minutes, right? Any questions on this? And please don't do it in artificial light. Do it in normal light on your dining table or study table.
Do we keep music on?
No music. No music.
Where do you buy the prism?
Huh?
Where do you buy?
Where did you buy this reason?
I will arrange to send some to her. I will arrange to send some to her. Right?
Why 32 millimeters?
You can use 38 millimeter, but don't use bigger than 38 millimeter. Huh? Because initially we started with 38, but we found this is a much more powerful one, the 32 millimeter. But you can use a 38 millimeter. In the beginning, it is much better. In the beginning.
What about 26 millimeters?
No.
So 32 or 38?
32 or 38.
32 or 30.
Right.
So sometimes when you're looking at an object,
Right.
any object, you're just concentrating on that object. After a few minutes, it seems to disappear, and then
Same
it comes
thing.
back.
Yeah.
So it's the same concept.
Same thing. But this is to take you much deeper, much
That'll take
deeper.
much deeper.
Right? The purpose of being born is to realize your divine nature. And you'll realize your divine nature in this. Right?
So Rajan bhai, we have experienced it. Like whenever I've done this, so many times it happens. You have so many drifts. You go into thoughts
Come back.
and come back and look deeper and deeper,
Deeper.
right?
Far away as far
And
away.
how long does it take the prism to disappear? Because I have experienced the way she said the objects to disappear very often, but prism is still not disappeared
It
yet.
will go, it
So
will go.
it will happen.
Be relaxed. And don't get into horizontal time. When will it disappear?
No, I'm just asking generally that
Yeah.
how do you
Just do it for the sake of doing it.
sake
It'll
of doing
disappear.
it?
It'll disappear.
So what is the difference between a prism and any object?
The prism is neutral. With every object, somewhere inside we say like, dislike, gum you, no gum you. It's not neutral, right? It is like this, it is like that. Memory comes in, right? So this is neutral. This is neutral.
When you say don't do it in a artificial light, so basically you have to do it in a morning time to get the natural
Yeah,
light.
yeah.
That's what it is.
Reflect region
Yeah.
But don't go outside in the sunlight on your dining table or on your
Right, yeah,
study table.
because the rays from the prism.
Now, yellow is the color of the earth vibration, Prithvi. Prithvi. Yellow always brings good fortune, it brings happiness. Negative yellow is jaundice, right? So the liver gets damaged in negative yellow. Positive yellow, this is good yellow, right? We call it as Pitambari. We call one of the names of Krishna is Pitambar, the one who is wearing turmeric clothes. Turmeric clothes. So yellow always brings good fortune, it brings happiness, right? So I tell everybody that do it on the white paper first, but also do it for a few minutes on the yellow paper. And the vibrations of the earth will come in and it will bring a lot of happiness in our life, right? कनेक्ट करूँ ऊपर से सर करिए No, any other question? Any other question?
Your question got answered?
Oh, I forgot your question, yeah. What was your question?
About knowing that this teaching, or like you mentioned, traveling and searching for the right guru, or learning from different gurus, and then you said that okay, this is what I was looking for in my journey. How does one come to that realization?
See, one of my gurus was a very hard taskmaster, right? So, and he trained and trained me, right? So after he left, I was in a kind of void. And then I met many other gurus, but I met one Parsi gentleman called Mr. Tavaria. And the minute I saw him, I already knew that he had what I wanted, right? And so I knew also time was limited because the previous guru had gone, right? So I knew I have only so much time, and so I worked hard in those 6 years I was with him, right? I did not let my mind come in. I did not let my reasoning come in, right? Once I decided. Then I didn't use the mind. I just followed what had to be followed, right? But when you're searching on the internet and all, you're using the mind, you're using your reasoning, and the reasoning can never tell you the truth. Logic can never tell you the truth, right? So you will compare this and you will compare that and all that, but comparison is a part of our lower thinking, right? And there's a higher form of thinking which is beyond comparison, right? Which is beyond logic, which is beyond reasoning, and there you know instantly that this is this, right? There is no gap between the impression coming in and your thinking about it. It comes in, you know. You understand? And that's what happened. I knew, okay, this is the person for me, and I just followed it.
What make you to take this journey?
Why you take this journey? Like there is something that you felt that you should go to this route in your life?
My father introduced me to this journey.
Okay.
And then I sensed that there is something beyond the normal life.
Okay.
Everybody gets married, everybody earns money, everybody does this. But how many people experience the real truth behind life?
Yes.
And so I
You
said that
found
I
it.
want to dive into the mystery of life and understand the mystery of life.
There is a online question.
Okay.
The Karan is asking, sir, can we do the prism exercise to increase our concentration? And is it okay to recommend other also about this exercise for increase in concentration?
See, I want you to do the prism exercise with no, desire, I'll get this, I'll get that. Just do it. Just do it. 100% concentration will increase. But don't do the prism exercise for concentration. Otherwise, you won't go further than concentration. There's dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Concentration is dharana. We don't want to stop at dharana. Dharana, dhyana, samadhi. So, prism exercise will take you from concentration to meditation to samadhi. The prism exercise. Yeah.
What is, out of all the exercises you have shown, which is the best one for PTSD?
See, most of our knots are in this area. This area. So we are holding a lot of stuff in this area. Okay, the solar plexus area. Right? And the basis of all that is fear. So You can do this exercise instead of 1 minute, slowly increase it up to 3 minutes also. That one exercise, the second exercise, right? And it will change PTSD also.
The prism exercise be done after refining only or anytime?
Any time of the day. Don't connect it with anything. Any time of the day you can do it. Right. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All the best.
Very informative. Really.
So my question, when are you coming back again?